Hello and welcome to my channel today, Bow Snakes and More. Today we're reading the story I'm writing called Louis and Spidey Unite. So please like this video and subscribe to the channel. As Lois Lane returned to Metropolis, she couldn't shake the feeling that the encounter with Spider-Man had been more than just a fleeting adventure. The mystery of the masked hero lingered in her mind, and it seemed that the city of New York held more secrets than she had initially realized. However, her focus was soon pulled back to her work at the Daily Planet, and the adventure was pushed to the back of her mind. But that was before the phone rang late one evening, just as Lois was about to head home. It was a tip, unusual, cryptic, and with an almost eerie tone. The voice on the other end mentioned a figure known as the Lunar Lavender, and warned her and warned that her arrival in Metropolis would cause chaos. The tip was anonymous, but Lois trusted her instincts. This had all the markings of a story. Lois began digging into the mysterious name, uncovering rumors of a powerful and elusive individual known as Lunar Lavender. Descriptions varied. Some claimed she was a vigilante, others spoke of a force of nature. What stood out, however, was the consistent theme. Lunar Lavender wielded a strange mystical energy that seemed to shift with the phases of the moon, her abilities growing more unpredictable and dangerous with each lunar cycle. That night, Lois went to meet an informant deep within the city's underworlds. The informant, a nervous, disheveled man, spoke of a woman who could manipulate shadows, control emotions, and had a hypnotic presence. The tipster insisted that Lunar Lavender's arrival was a warning, a hamburglar of an even greater threat on the horizon. The next evening, Lois met up with Spider-Man, who had been in town for a few days, dealing with his own set of troubles. Though their initial meeting had been brief, Lois had come to respect him, and she knew he might be the key to understanding what was going on. Spider-Man, Lois said as they met on a rooftop. I think we're about to face something bigger than we've ever imagined. Spider-Man tilted his head, his eyes narrowing behind the mask. Bigger than criminal organizations and mutated experiments? Yeah, Lois said, voice steady, but laced with urgency. This is something different, something mystical. I've been hearing about someone called Lunar Lavender. Have you heard anything about her? Spider-Man paused, his expression thoughtful. Beneath his mask, I've seen some weird things lately, but I didn't make the connection. Mystic powers. That sounds like a whole new level of trouble. They set off together, their usual dynamic setting into place as they worked side by side to track down clues about Lunar Lavender's movements. As the night wore on, the moon's glow seemed to intensify, and with it an eerie chill settled over the city. Suddenly the air shifted, shadows seemed to stretch unnaturally, and the moon above appeared unnervingly bright. A figure emerged from the darkness, tall and graceful, her long lavender robes bellowing in the moonlight. Her hair shimmered like starlight, and her eyes glowed with a deep, otherworldly hue. Lunar Lavender stepped forward, her presence commanding the space around her. Lois Lane, she said, her voice soft yet authoritative. I've been expecting you. The world you know is about to shift, and your place in it has already been decided. Lois, ever the journalist, pushed forward. Who are you, and why are you here? Lunar Lavender's smile was both serene and unsettling. I am the embodiment of lunar energy, the bridge between realms, The balance of this world is at stake. You, Spider-Man, are entangled in forces you don't fully understand. Spider-Man raised an eyebrow, clearly not buying into the mystic rotonic balance. Sorry, but we're all about stopping people who think they can mess with reality here. Lunar Lavender's gaze flickered toward Spider-Man and a soft laugh escaped her lips. You speak of balance, yet you are as much a part of the imbalance as anyone else. The moon's pull is stronger than any hero, any villain, and soon you will all feel it. Before either Lois or Spider-Man could respond, the ground trembled. Shadows surged forward, oscillating into shadow creatures, twisting, morphing into monstrous forms, fueled by Lunar Lavender's powers. Spider-Man shot a web to one of the creatures, flipping into action as he swung forward toward the nearest one. Lois, with her journalistic instincts kicking in, pulled out her phone, but her hands were shaking from the surreal scene unfolding before her. "We need to stop her," Lois shouted to Spider-Man, watching as he dispatched the shadowy creatures, one by one. "Whatever she's trying to do, we have to stop it before it consumes the city." "Don't worry, Lois," Spider-Man grinned, though his voice was tense. "I've got this covered." But Lunar Lavender wasn't done. She raised her arms high, and the shadows began to swirl around her. "You cannot stop the tide of the moon's wrath. You cannot stop me." Lois took a deep breath, gathering her courage. She had been in danger countless times, but this felt different. There was more at play here than simple criminals or even supervillains. There was something cosmic, something that she could barely comprehend. But Lois wasn't one to back down. "Spider-Man, whatever you're planning to do, make it fast," Lois shouted. With a black burst of energy, Spider-Man launched himself toward Lunar Lavender, nearly dodging another wave of shadow creatures. But before he could reach her, Lois acted. She grabbed a piece of debris, a jagged metal pole, and ran toward the epic center of the mystic chaos. Without thinking, she swung the pole at the base of a glowing energy field, her instincts telling her it was the key to disrupting the magical force. The pole hit with a sharp crack, and for a brief moment, Lunar Lavender fluttered, her grip on the shadows weakening. Spider-Man took the opportunity, using a combination of his webs and acrobatics to land a blow to Lunar Lavender's energy core. The moonlight flickered and the shadows retreated. Lunar Lavender's form shimmered and her expression turned from calm confidence to shock. You have disrupted the balance." With the finer effort, Lois and Spider-Man worked together, using their combined strength to break the enchantment. The enchantment causing Lunar Lavender to dispute into the night, her influence waning. Exhausted but victorious, Lois looked up at Spider-Man, who gave a small, appreciative nod. "Well, that was something," Lois said, catching her breath. Spider-Man smiled under his mask. "You know, Lois, for a reporter you've got a pretty good knack for saving the day." Lois laughed, brushing herself off. "Just another night in Metropolis, Spider-Man, just another night." And as they watched the moon slowly fade, they knew that this wouldn't be the last time they'd face such otherworldly threats. But for now, they had each other's backs, and the city was safe, at least for the moment. Thank you for watching this video, and peace out till the next one.